Hey everybody, I'm out in the garage working on some projects today. I know I talked about gardening and growing food last week. Given the fact that every world ruler out there seems to be driving as fast as they can towards World War III, and then our own politicians, of course, are doing things like locally they're shutting down one of the coal plants and they're replacing it with all solar. Like it looks to me like thousands of acres of solar panels, which, okay, I'm not against solar completely, but it's never going to replace coal. And I live in Minnesota. We see how well solar worked for Texas. Was it 2 years ago? The whole grid went down. So I've been trying to figure out, like I said in that last video, water, food, power, a way to protect it. I'm not worried about gold and silver. As long as I have the first three or the first four of water, food, power, and a way to protect myself, I'm happy. I'm not going to worry about investing in gold. Especially not considering the price of some of the stuff. Let me tell you right now that you can still, some people call it, well, okay, this isn't a prepping channel, but yes, I'm not going to lie. I do believe in getting yourself prepared and ready for things that are coming eventually. Like I said, I'm a Christian. I may not be here for it, but whatever. If I am here, I'd rather be able to support my family and help my friends than not. So I'm going to talk about electricity this week and show you what my setup is. And it's not perfect, but I did some digging on it to put solar on my house. Would have been $47,000. So that was kind of out of the question. I looked into a propane generator. I don't have propane. I have natural gas right now. So to put in a propane generator would have been a minimum of $15,000 for the generator and the electrical hookups and the propane tank and all that. So I went with a electric generator. There's a bunch of companies out there. I researched a bunch, 3 or 4 of them. There's that Bluetti. There's EcoFlow, Jackery, and a couple others. We decided to go with the EcoFlows. Pretty impressed with them so far. They're decent. I mean, my whole theory behind it is I'm not trying to run my whole house. I'm trying to run my utility room where the pumps run out of and the sewer lines are run out of, because I'm out in the country, so I have my own well and I have my own sewer tank. So I want to run that circuit, and I want to run the circuit that the fridges and freezers are on. Pretty much that's the only thing I'm worried about running. So I've been running some tests with the units that I've got so far, but I'll explain what I've got and what the goal is. Okay, so these are the units I went with. They're the EcoFlow Delta Pros. There's a bunch of different levels of them. These are portable. They got a little handle here that pulls out, and you can tip them up and wheel them wherever you need to go with them. They also have 450 or 20 amp max outlets here, and a 30 amp outlet, which is pretty slick. They give you a little display on it. 100% juice sitting here right now. It gives you input in watts, output in watts. And then you have, USBs, fast charging, different connections. When you hook up, I plugged right into here. You just click the AC out button on, and it turns the AC out, and then you have power going out. Turn it back off when you're not. This here is the control unit. So this has the inverter and a battery in it. 3.6 kilowatt hours. It's not bad. The way my house is set up, we're a generational house, and we have several living spaces and a fairly large garage. So I run daily use in the middle of the winter is like 50 plus kilowatt hours a day. So obviously I'm gonna have a real hard time replacing that. So this main unit runs, like I said, 3.6 kilowatt hours, and it'll manage 2 of the backup batteries. Now the backup batteries are a little different. They're a little cheaper, thankfully, because the main units are pretty spendy. The backup batteries are about $1,000 less, and it's just a battery. So it plugs in the back. There's no outlets on it, but it has another 3.6 kilowatt hours. So the main unit here will run 2 of these backup batteries. So altogether, you're almost at 11 kilowatt hours of juice if you have the main unit and 2 batteries. My goal is to have 2 main units, 4 backup batteries, so that I would have 22-ish watts of power, or kilowatt hours of power, and I'd be able to have 1 charging and 1 running things. So this one just came in. It came in with only a 30% charge on it. So I'm going to fill that up probably tomorrow. And I'll show you how I charge them. You can charge them from a wall outlet, but that doesn't do you a lot of good if you're trying to save electricity. You can also charge them from your vehicle. If you're driving somewhere, you can plug it right in there. They have a vehicle cable that comes with it. They have, like I said, the wall charger that comes with them. And they have, oops, grab the wrong one here. They have one for solar, obviously. So what they do is, obviously, I bought mine. Sorry about that. They've got the solar panel set up. So when I bought my main unit, it was a bundle deal. It came with a 400 watt solar panel, and then it also came with a box for your house that you wired into your main box, and then you can remotely turn on different circuits just based on which circuits you want to run. So I'm going to take you outside now and show you my charging setup and how slick it is. Okay, so the panels are portable. The 400 watt ones are. They come in these nice cases. Now this case is supposed to double as a stand. It's pretty much worthless. I tried to set it up. The thing is just flopping all over and it's just pointless. So what I did was I took a bunch of extra 2x4s and built myself a little stand for it. I put it on wheels down here, and then the bottom part actually just detaches from it, so I can have 3 panels all plugged in the circuit with them. So a total possible of 1200 watts flowing in, if you're aimed right at the sun and you've got really good sunshine. Now, due to the Canadian wildfires, we do not have great sunshine today, so I'm not doing bad, but I've got the main battery and a backup battery. I started out this morning at 25%. I'm currently at 83%. They've been charging out here. Like I said, I haven't moved the panels at all. But given the crappy sunlight we've got and the cloud cover from the Canadian wildfires, I got some decent charging this morning, but the smoke cover is just kind of killing it. But I've got 230 watts going in, 115 going out of this one, 115-ish going into that one right at the moment. Now that changes as the sun comes and goes. And like I said, I put my little rack on wheels. The wheels are too small, so I'm going to change those out and put bigger wheels on it. But then from the back, I just have to pick it up, and especially if I'm on the concrete, I could wheel it to wherever I want to go with it. So my goal is to have 2 more of these, so that I have 2 full setups, and like I said, about 22 kilowatt hours of backup electricity. I plugged in our freezer and fridge in the garage to them 2.5 days ago, when I went from 100% to 25% in about 2.5 days of running a fridge and a freezer. So that's kind of my main goal for it, is to run the fridge, freezers, and like I said, the pumps, so we have water if the electric grid goes down. Now you can hear it powering up as the sun comes out now. We went to 760. If I could get it turned just a little bit more, I'd probably be pulling in 1,000 watts an hour. So they'd charge up pretty fast, and 83% on one and 82% on the other. I should be able to get them to 90 today, especially if I move the panels to a little better position. The nice thing about this is they're portable. If I move, I can take them with me, and if I want to charge them in the back, yard where nobody can see them, then great, nobody knows I've got extra electricity. So just take that into account when you're figuring out what you're going to do. My advice to you is get like at least 2 weeks worth of food on hand, and even if all you can do is get a couple of cases of water and some you know, bags of rice and beans, that's better than nothing at a little camp stove. At least you can feed yourself if need be. Remember, the grocery stores, I mean, keep in mind what happened during COVID. The grocery stores only have what's on the shelf. And we all saw how fast toilet paper and you know, bottled water and stuff sold out during COVID. Imagine that, you know, things really start kicking up, which as fast as they're moving in Europe, things really start kicking up in Europe and or between China and Taiwan, the supply chains are going to be completely shot. And you're not going to be able to get some of this stuff for a while, so you're better off picking up a little bit of it now and throwing, you know, 20 bucks here, 30 bucks there into food and water while you can. And my advice always is food, water, and at least buy a 12 gauge. Ammo is really cheap and easy to get for those. So. All right, everybody, we'll see you later. Remember, hit the subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll be working on some more of these videos and hopefully doing some more shooting videos soon. Just depending on how my summer goes. See you later. Bye.